Hello everyone, welcome to my lecture on topic 9 oligopoly. Oligopoly is that market structure where a few firms will be competing with each other which are producing homogeneous products. That is, in case of agricultural products, the products will be almost all similar, and the products which are different but close substitutes to one another. Examples of this can be automobiles, aircrafts, tires and tubes, beverages, etc. There is an interdependency in the decision making of the firm, because any decision taken by one firm will definitely affect the trade of the competitive firm or competitors. Then the competitors are likely to react with the counter policies. For example, cold drink industries and automobile industry, etc. are the best examples for this in this case. And oligopoly is the most prevalent form of a market situation in the real world also. And the features of oligopoly type of a competitive market is interdependence in decision making. That is, each firm closely watches or anticipates the moves of the other firms and reacts carefully to their moves. The firms are interdependent and not independent here. The next feature is rigorous advertising and selling expenses will be there in an oligopoly competitive markets. That is, rigorous advertising expenses is one way by which the existing firms try to prevent the entry of the new firms into the market. That is, stars, superstars and famous personalities are involved in endorsing the products to establish a strong brand image, thereby increasing or maintaining firms' market share. Next feature is indeterminate demand curve. That is, it speaks about the indecisive aspect of the demand curve. Unlike perfect competition and monopoly, it is difficult and impossible to determine equilibrium and output under oligopoly because demand is indeterminate. Since firms are interdependent, the demand curve constantly changes and hence difficult to determine the shape of the demand curve with certainty. Few sellers will be there in the market making available their goods and services. That is, the number of sellers are very few, so that each seller is visible in the oligopoly market. Each seller continuously or closely monitors and anticipates the activities of the other sellers. Severe competition will be there. Here, the price competition is very easy to imitate and leads to price wars, whereas oligopoly indulges in non-price wars or non-price competition, that is heavy by spending heavy advertising expenses and offering excellent after-sale services, which goes a long way in building goodwill and in enhancing the sales. That is the strategies they implement in case of a oligopoly firms. Next feature is products may be identical or differentiated but close substitutes to one another. That is, homogeneous or pure oligopoly products or differentiated products or differentiated, all that is called as differentiated oligopoly. Another point another features which can be attributed to the oligopoly type of market structure is price leaderships. That is, a continuous innovations, conflicting attitudes of the firms are also the features of oligopoly type of markets. And what are the causes for emerging of oligopoly type of a competition or a oligopoly markets are economies of scales, mergers and acquisitions, acquiring patent rights, or entrepreneurial genius, and exclusive control on factors of production. These may be the causes, a few causes cited for causes of oligopoly. Now, price output determination or under oligopoly. There is no definite theory of price output determination under oligopoly because there is an interdependency in the decision making of oligopolists. A king demand curve theory is given by Swizzy is useful for price output determination under oligopoly. According to him, this demand curve will have a kink at the prevailing price. So basically, when we understand this kink, which is otherwise termed as kink demand curve. So basically, to understand this oligopoly or a kink demand curve, oligopoly model is based on two assumptions, that is, if the firm increases the prices and others do not follow, or other firms do not increase the prices, is one scenario, and the next one is the firm decreases the prices and all other firms too decreases the prices, is another scenario under which conditions or assumptions we are going to study the price output determination in oligopoly. Now a graph is given here. A graph is shown here. This is a demand curve of the firm where a kink is observed at a point A, right? So above this point, this demand curve, we represent it as price elasticity part is greater than 1, whereas below this below this point, the price elasticity or the price is inelastic, that is less than 1. Right? As all we know, it's a regular practice that is quantity is represented on x-axis and price is represented on the y-axis. Now, based upon the two assumptions what they have been cited, there is another graph here for making us to understand the concept in a more efficient way. That is, if suppose P is the actual price followed by the firm A, and if it is increasing the price from P to P1, the quantity demanded, and if the firm is increasing the prices from P to P1 and other firms are not following the same, because in that case oligopolist will lose his customers because of high prices, right? Now in this scenario, the quantity consumed will be reduced to Q1. If price is P, the quantity consumed was Q. If when a price is increased, the quantity of consumption decreases to Q1. Similarly, when the price is decreased from P to P, from P to P2, there is a small insignificant change in the quantity consumption is observed. This is when the a firm is decreasing the prices. Simultaneously, other firms also tends to decrease the prices of their commodities. There, that gives rise to a very small portion of increase in the quantity demanded. So the new quantity demanded is from Q to Q2. This one, right? So this gives rise to this insignificant change in the quantity demanded on account of reduction in the prices give rise to a steep slowing down of the demand line from this particular point, like this. This is a kink in the demand curve. Earlier there was a significant increase in the quantity consumed. Later by it started decreasing, right? So if the oligopolist reduces the prices below the prevailing price, his competitors also will reduce the price to safeguard their sales and customer base. So price reduction will not benefit the oligopolist because others also follow the same method. So what is the conclusion in this case is, increase or decrease in prices will not benefit the oligopolist. In the above diagram, OQ is the optimum output and OP is the price. OP is the price for the optimum price. So that is how the price and output is determined in case of a oligopoly based upon the two scenarios or two assumptions that have been cited. With this, I'll end up the session here. Thank you.